It's the Premier League wrap-up show, and these matches were played on April the 28th. The early kick-off at Anfield with Stoke desperate for a win to keep any hope of avoiding the drop. Liverpool, well, they were without Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's on that season-ending injury, and there was no Mane. But surprisingly, Salah and Firmino, those two-goal heroes against Roma, were both playing. Stoke had Crouch up front, and it was an even first half with Shaqiri looking purposeful. And Salah, always a threat in Stoke's final third. In fact, he strangely managed to miss the target when put through one-on-one with Butland mid-through the first half. On 40 minutes, Ings did get the ball over the line, but an offside flag ruled it out. So goalless at the break, and the second half short of any clear-cut chances. There was some late drama, a disputed handball decision when Peter's hand was hit by the ball in the box. I agree with the ref, no pen. And a few half chances for Liverpool, but it ended goalless. A case of after the Lord Mayor's show for the Scousers, but Van Dijk continuing to impress. He's the difference, in my opinion, between the Liverpool now and the Liverpool before the new year. To Selhurst Park, and Crystal Palace delivered their best performance of the season, humiliating Leicester 5-0. Zaha and Loftus-Cheek were the standouts, but early on they could have conceded, with Vardy forcing a sharp save from Hennessy and a Ward clearance off the line. But on 17 minutes, a great team goal and a cool finish from Zaha. 38 minutes, they doubled their lead. MacArthur finished off another great Palace move, so that was 2-0. Then Leicester had Albrighton red-carded for being the last man, pulling back Zaha after a swift Palace counter-attack just into the second half. Okay, it stayed 2-0 until the last 10 minutes, but then the Seagulls scored 3 more. Loftus-Cheek routed the keeper on 81, and then Van Arnold hit a cool finish on 84, and finally Benteke from the penalty spot finally threw off that memory of that other penalty, the one he missed earlier in the season. Hodgson was delighted, but Puel had a loss to explain his team's performance. The South Coast derby, Bournemouth looking to seal Southampton's fate, but Hughes had got them energised, and Tadic opened the scoring on 25 minutes, finding the bottom corner. The Cherries rallied, and in added time, Josh King scored with a flick from a corner. Into the second half, and it was that man Tadic again on 54 minutes who scored from a corner. Southampton held on, but can thank McCarthy for a stunning save in added time. Hughes was delighted, and Southampton, well, they're still alive. To the Liberty Stadium now, and Swansea entertained Chelsea. It was a game that Chelsea had control of, but they should have won by more than that Fabregas early strike on 4 minutes. Swansea were inept in the first half. They improved slightly in the second, but they had no shots on target. Chelsea well short of their best. Now Carvajal's looking over his shoulder again. So to the John Smith Stadium, and a noisy reception for Everton. No ints for the Terriers, and no bite from them either. Everton comfortably the better side. Tozen on 39 minutes on the counter, and then Gay on 77 minutes. Both goals, sweet strikes, put Wagner back under pressure with a tough final free fixtures, City, Spurs and Arsenal. They are in danger of going through that trapdoor. Now, over to St James's Park, and West Brom were in town. Can the impossible escape really happen? Well, after witnessing Albion's 1-0 win at St James's Park, maybe. Newcastle were average, but Albion got a goal from Rodriguez and held on with a strong, disciplined defensive performance. So, to Turf Moor, Burnley and Brighton. It was a typical end of the season bore that left both managers satisfied. Burnley are now into the Europa League next season and Brighton are staying up. There was one melee in Brighton's box which caused the talking point over a handball, but it ended up goalless. So anyway, that's your Saturday wrap.